If you want a free tub of cashew cacao nut butter, and I mean a giant tub like the size of my head, huge bucket, pail full of this chocolate spread, all you need to do is give this show a 5-star rating and review in whatever podcast app you listen in. So just to recap for my listeners, each month, we are doing giveaways of some of my favorite products, and every month is a different item. And so every month, you have a new chance of winning. This month, I am gifting someone Artisana Organics organic chocolate spread that literally tastes like Nutella, but so much healthier with 0 chemicals. And the ingredients are just organic cashews, organic coconut sugar, organic cacao powder, organic coconut MCT oil, and organic vanilla. That's it. Just give this podcast a 5-star rating and review. And every last episode of every month is where I will be announcing the winner. So don't miss those episodes because you may end up missing me announcing that you are the winner. I'm going over the top antifungal foods, and these foods are probably something that you already have in your pantry, in your fridge, in your cabinets, but you have no idea they're actually antifungal and very effective. So you guys don't want to miss this episode. You already know this, but you're listening to the Digest This podcast, and I'm your host, Bethany Cameron. You guys know I nerd out on a lot of things related to health, and something I recently learned that was mind-blowing and quite a breakthrough for anyone suffering with yeast and candida is that magnesium may be the missing link to eliminating yeast from the body. This is because magnesium is actually required and needed to remove candida albicans, and without it, your body cannot actually break that yeast down and allow your body to eliminate it. So you could be doing all the things. You could go on a candida diet, eliminate sugar, do all the right things, which may help in preventing more growth, but your body still needs to rid itself from the current overgrowth you may be experiencing. And without magnesium, your body is unable to do that. Once I learned that from a study I read in the NIH, I will now never go a night without my magnesium pills. And the brand I take is from BIOptimizers, which is their magnesium breakthrough. My husband and I have been taking it for quite a while now, so it was already in our cupboard. But again, now that I know the importance magnesium has in eliminating candida from the body, I never want to stop it. Not only is magnesium required to eliminate yeast from the body, but magnesium is responsible for over 600 different biochemical reactions, including to help reduce PMS, cramps, and PMS-related symptoms, migraines, muscle aches, anxiety, insomnia, and even constipation. Magnesium Breakthrough is soy-free, gluten-free, vegan, and the best part is that BIOptimizers has a 365-day money-back guarantee. That's an entire year. You can try this product, and if you're not satisfied, you can get your money back. So don't just get any magnesium on the market that typically contains the cheap kind and perhaps only 2 or 3 types of magnesium. Get a full spectrum magnesium from BIOptimizers, which contains all 7 forms without any fillers, flavorings, gums, or additives. And if you want to save 10% and try it risk-free for a year, go to bioptimizers.com/digest and use code DIGEST at checkout. Again, that's bioptimizers.com/digest and use code DIGEST. I have included the top candida-fighting antifungal foods in this episode that we are going to go over right now. So you're listening to the right episode if you are trying to clear candida, if you're just having some fungal overgrowth in your body and you don't know what to do, you have been putting off antifungal medication and you really want to try and do things holistically, I guess you could say, before opting for these medications. Now, I do want to note that sometimes we just do have to take these medications. It all depends on the severity of the individual. So I am by no means saying never take medication. Of course, there is a time and place for that, But I think that at the very least, these foods are very preventative as well. So if you are consuming them on a regular basis, if you're one to be candida prone, if you're like, man, I just get yeast infections and candida all the time, it keeps coming back, this is definitely something to listen to as well, because let's say you don't have an infection right now, but you don't want to get one. So these are the foods that you can easily incorporate into your daily diet. And honestly, they're quite tasty if you ask me. So number one, coconut oil. I feel like we all have coconut oil in our pantry. We cook with it. It's great to cook with. It holds up to heat very well, but it's also anti-candida. So it's a very potent candida killer and one of the most useful antifungals there is. It contains something called lauric acid and caprylic acid, which both help prevent candida overgrowth and strengthen your immune system. Coconut oil is very heat stable, as I previously mentioned, so it's an ideal oil to use for frying and cooking. It's also, I think, pretty inexpensive, if you ask me. You can get it at Trader Joe's for like $5 for a huge, jar, not a huge jar, but a typical jar. Costco sells it. It's very easy to find. You can pretty much find it at any grocery store nowadays. And it has a very long shelf life than other oils. You can just consume 2 to 3 tablespoons per day. Like that's it. I would, of course, look for a high quality organic virgin coconut oil. I like the brand Artisan Organics. I get a lot of their raw nut butters from them. Other stores and companies carry it too, but I really do like Artisan Organics. All right, this goes out to all my garlic lovers. Garlic has a powerful antifungal property, which not only attacks candida, but also helps to maintain a healthy microbiome in the digestive tract. This delicious bulb, in my opinion, destroys harmful bacteria while leaving healthy bacteria in place. That is key, you guys, because it's not killing all the bacteria, just the bad one, keeping the good bacteria there. So with so many things claiming to kill the bad bacteria, they also kill the good, but not so with garlic. It also stimulates the liver and colon as well as boosts the function of the lymphatic system, helping your body's own detoxification process and ridding the body of waste more efficiently. Those who love the taste of garlic, like myself, certainly won't mind adding it liberally to your food. You can also eat 2 to 4 cloves per day, crushed and mixed with coconut oil as an anti-candida tonic. It is super important to note to always take garlic with a healthy fat. This is basically because the powerful compounds in garlic can actually burn your stomach. So you don't want to just take it straight up with nothing else. And we all don't want any kind of upset in our stomach, right? So just please take note of that. Also, choose your garlic carefully. Many supermarkets sell garlic that comes from China, where food and agricultural standards are still significantly less stringent than in the West, including bleaching them. So try to buy only good quality organic, local if possible, or garlic grown in Europe or North America. So not too far off from garlic, onions are celebrated for their strong antifungal, antibacterial, and antiparasitic properties. They also help the kidneys to flush excess fluids out of the body and highly beneficial for candida sufferers who experience water retention. Onions work well in almost any savory dish, enhancing flavor and taste. You can even add them to your omelets in the morning for a high-protein, low-carb, gluten-free start to your day, setting yourself up for success all while starving off the candida. Seaweed is a nutrient-dense superfood known for its powerful healing properties. It's particularly recommended in helping your body fight candida. It's rich in iodine, which helps to balance thyroid hormones and the impact they have on your metabolism. Many candida sufferers have issues with sluggish or underactive thyroid, which can then slow their recovery. Seaweed also helps to flush toxic pollutants and heavy metals from the body and helps in maintaining a healthy intestinal tract and regulating bowel function due to its high mineral content. So where do you get seaweed from? Well, there are kelp extract supplements on the market, and they're very high in iodine. So you can easily find those on Amazon. I will try and link the exact one I recommend in today's show notes, because I have found there are two brands I really like and I use them interchangeably. Just be careful, because a lot of iodine supplements, kelp extract supplements, etc., can have added fillers, or the source is not very reliable. So again, I'll try and link the two that I really like. And again, I like to just use them and alternate them. All right, so this next one is not very well known in Western countries, but rutabaga is one of the most potent antifungal vegetables on earth. It's technically a starch, but its ability to kill off fungal overgrowth makes up for it. Rutabaga is, of course, a root vegetable and a member of the mustard family. It's also known as a Swedish turnip. If you're not sure what to do with it or how to prepare it, you can make a rutabaga mash, cut up some rutabaga fries, or mix it into your vegetable soup. I think I have a recipe on my Instagram, actually. I made like a faux rutabaga potato salad. It was so good. So you guys have to try that one. It is recommended that you try it in small amounts first, as it can cause die-off symptoms, which can sometimes be quite intense. Like, that's how potent rutabaga is for candida. So if intense die-off symptoms are a concern, you may even prefer to try a milder antifungal food like a turnip instead. Now, this next one is very well known, and I'm talking about ginger. It is very anti-inflammatory and has long been used in traditional medicine for treating an enormous variety of ailments. It has a detoxifying effect on the body due to its ability to increase circulation, and can also help the liver perform more efficiently in flushing out toxins. Ginger also stimulates the immune system, helping to fight off invading pathogens. It's a fantastic tonic for the digestive system, relieving intestinal gas and stimulating gastric juices. Its anti-inflammatory effects help to soothe irritation caused by none other than candida. So, ginger, definitely take note. So ginger tea is amazing. It's incredible. It's easy to make. So here's how you do it. You're just going to have like 1 square inch piece of fresh ginger root, a squeeze of lemon, and 2 cups of water. You're going to cut off the outside of the ginger root, then grate it, and then boil it in the water. Boil for about 20 minutes. Strain and serve with a slice of lemon. It's honestly so good. Now, this next one is something nearly everyone has in their kitchen, but it's not just for cooking and drizzling over your salad. Yes, I'm talking about olive oil. Olive oil, it has a very powerful antifungal property and has been shown to stimulate your immune system's own response to effectively fight off candida overgrowth. This powerful compound found in olive oil has also been shown to help stabilize blood sugar levels, which is an important benefit for candida sufferers, because elevated blood sugar levels can increase the yeast's ability to spread. Let me say that again. Elevated blood sugar levels can increase the yeast's ability to spread. So you really want to stabilize your blood sugar if you are candida prone. Olive leaf extract can also be taken in concentrated doses. When you are choosing an olive oil, be sure to choose a high quality extra virgin olive oil, and make sure that you buy the real stuff, not the fake kind. Sadly, there are many imposters on the market, and many brands have been caught cutting their olive oil, which basically means they add lower quality seed and vegetable oils mixed in with their olive oil. I personally trust Casandrino's olive oil, and I've even had the owner on the podcast several years back. I believe it's episode 5 of the Digest This podcast. That's how early on it was, episode 5, you guys. So if you want to take a listen into what the olive oil industry is doing behind our backs and getting away with, go back to episode 5 of Digest This. It will blow your mind. Next, I'm talking about lemon and lime juice. They both help stimulate the peristaltic action of your colon, which literally means the muscles squeeze together, moving waste along so it can be moved out of the body. This increases the efficiency of your digestive system. Lemons and limes are also very good for alkalizing the body. This simply means that it helps to bring your body back into balance, which helps it function more efficiently. Both lemons and limes are great options for obviously seasoning your food like vegetables, fish, and meat, and you can add them into your salad dressings also. Even a simple warm cup of water and lemon juice first thing in the morning is a great way to start the day and stimulate the digestive system. Pumpkin seeds are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids and are also known to have antifungal, antiviral, and antiparasitic properties. They also help to combat depression and other symptoms of candida-related inflammation, such as skin conditions. Unfortunately, most of us do not get anywhere near enough omega-3 oils in our diet. Deficiency in this fatty acid have been linked to poor skin, slowed cognition, and lower thyroid hormone levels. For an easy omega-3 boost, you can add pumpkin seeds to cereal, smoothies, salads, or just eat them by the handful. I love doing that. Costco sells an organic sprouted version, which is even better because sprouted means their nutrients are readily available, plus they're easier to digest. I also personally take Fatty 15, which is a type of omega fatty acid that's essential for our body to function and is an odd chain fatty acid. New studies have confirmed that this rare fatty acid from Fatty 15 has been proven to help slow down the effects of aging, such as Alzheimer's, heart disease, gut issues, autoimmune disease, and just overall aging. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking so fast, but I get so ramped up about this stuff, you guys. I'm on fire and I am just going a million miles an hour, but I'm just so passionate about this. It's just such an amazing supplement, and I just take one easy to swallow pill a day. If you use my code DIGEST, you'll receive 15% off your order. Just go to fatty15.com/digest and use code DIGEST. That's spelled FATTY, the number 15.com/digest. You can also listen to episode 205 of the Digest This podcast, where I had the founder of Fatty 15 explain all the health benefits of this essential fatty acid. That's right, you guys. It's essential for our bodies, and sadly, many Americans are not getting it. That's episode 205. Poop can be a taboo topic, but we all do it. And the way our poop looks, smells, and the frequency we do it is key to measuring our gut health. But gut health goes way beyond just our poop. Poor gut health has even been linked to poor immunity, depression, anxiety, brain fog, low energy, skin issues, including acne, and studies are now coming out that our gut microbiome is linked to obesity and type 2 diabetes. And I know we are all wanting better health, gut health in particular, and are looking for ways to support it. I highly recommend Seed's DS-01 Symbiotic Capsule, which is something I started taking over 2 years ago. It's a pre- and probiotic capsule all in one, and it contains a capsule within a capsule designed to be released at the proper time in your digestive tract with studies to support its effectiveness. You may notice clearer skin, a better regularity, and an ease of bloating in as little as 24 hours. Obviously, each person reacts different, but even if you notice a change in a week, I think that's a huge improvement overall. So when I take it, I make sure it's in the morning on an empty stomach for it to thoroughly do its job, but you can certainly take it whenever it is convenient for you, right? It's better to take it at some time of the day rather than never. So it is recommended to take 1 capsule at first, then increase to 2 capsules per day. However, for me, I have never increased the dosage and just stick to 1. So it extends the amount of dosages for me, and you save money that way too. But you do what works best for you. So if you are one of the millions that have been on the fence about Seed and have been curious to try it, now is the time, because my listeners get 25% off their first month, and you can cancel any time, even right after your first order. Just go to seed.com/digest and use code 25digest to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/digest and use code 25digest. Cayenne pepper is a little-known antifungal solution that naturally speeds digestion and supports the immune system. Cayenne helps in the breakdown of food in the gut and speeds up bowel transit time, which reduces the incidences of constipation. Not surprisingly, cayenne is an excellent circulatory booster, which makes it a good option for enhancing the delivery of nutrients to your extremities. It also speeds the metabolism, providing an energy boost that helps to combat candida-related fatigue. Use it in very small amounts to spice up your favorite foods. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've probably seen me share about my constipation trick where I add cayenne pepper and cinnamon to sliced oranges. It works almost instantly if you're constipated, with countless of my followers' testimonies to prove its effectiveness against constipation. Speaking of cinnamon, this aromatic spice that most people have in their pantry is actually a potent antifungal. It's been shown to help stabilize blood sugar and prevent further spikes. This makes it a useful treatment for those with diabetes as well. And because candida wreaks havoc with blood sugar levels, candida sufferers may sometimes feel the effects of both high and low blood sugar levels. A little cinnamon can be an excellent addition to an anti-candida diet. It's best when taken with foods or mixed into a beverage. Try a cinnamon tea with, of course, the ginger that I previously spoke about. So if you just add a little cinnamon to the ginger tea, you are golden. Also, I just want to note, look for real cinnamon if you can, because there are different types of cinnamon on the market. This is often known as Ceylon cinnamon. This is the one you want. This form of cinnamon tends to be a little sweeter and less spicy than the more common cassia cinnamon. And according to some sources, it has more powerful antifungal properties as well. I feel like a lot of people know about this next one, but papaya seeds. So they have been shown to harbor strong anti-parasitic actions. Studies have found that this inhibitory activity is effective against candida overgrowth as well. So papaya seeds are also believed to be highly beneficial for detoxifying the body of harmful toxins, as well as reducing inflammation. They help to control bacteria, yeast, and parasitic organisms, which can help to improve the digestive system overall. Some sources note that papaya seeds are quite powerful and may result in unpleasant die-off reactions. They're best used during the later phases of a candida or parasite cleanse when the pathogens have been weakened. They may also be used as part of a colon cleanse. Use papaya seeds in the later phases of your candida cleanse or parasite cleanse. I just want to make that known. If you've ever opened up a papaya, you can just simply remove the seeds from a fresh cut papaya. And I mean, a lot of people add them to smoothies. I feel like adding the seeds to a smoothie just ruins the entire smoothie. So I personally just spoon it and eat it with a spoon and just kind of like just take the whole unpleasantness separately, rather than adding the unpleasantness to my like entire meal where my meal is just like ruined. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I'd rather just like get it over with and then enjoy my meal versus adding the seeds to a smoothie and then your smoothie just tastes horrible. But you know, it's all up to you. You do whatever you feel like works best. That's just my personal opinion. One of nature's most important anti-inflammatory remedies is turmeric, and also known as curcumin, or it's basically the curcumin in the turmeric, and it's best known for its use in cooking. It also has mild antifungal properties, which is obviously what we're talking about. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned it, right? It's been shown to inhibit the growth and spread of candida in the gut specifically. Turmeric is also antibacterial and antiviral, which makes it a very useful addition to any diet any time of the year. I also want to note it's important to take turmeric with black pepper and a healthy fat such as coconut oil, as this aids in the absorption of the therapeutic properties in the body. So coconut oil, we talked about that first thing in this podcast. That's also great for candida. So if you add turmeric, coconut oil, black pepper, you are golden. No pun intended. Now, when it comes to healthy digestion, fermented or probiotic foods are a must. These are foods that have been prepared in a way that allows beneficial bacteria to grow, creating live nutrients within the food itself. When you eat them, the live bacteria are quickly established in your gut. Like an instant dose of probiotics, the best sources of probiotic foods include sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, even really good quality yogurts. There's even some good coconut yogurt. I love coconut cult if you can't do dairy. Just the plain coconut cult is probably best. They have like the white original unflavored coconut cult. I would definitely opt for that versus like the sweeter versions. Eating fermented foods regularly can support the immune system and prevent the invasion and spread of yeast or fungal infections. Last, but certainly not least, bone broth. Now, this is an easy, age-old solution for stomach troubles. It's essentially a soup made by boiling beef or chicken bones, allowing the nutrients to break up into the broth. The specific amino acid glutamine, or aka L-glutamine, is one of the most important of these nutrients. Glutamine helps to rebuild the lining of the gut, protecting it from yeast overgrowth and repairing any damage. This is why I personally developed and brought to market the L-glutamine in Bethany's pantry. I have talked about it several times. It's simply this amino acid. It's one ingredient. I add it to my smoothies every single day. It's tasteless. It doesn't change the texture. You can literally add it to water. It's also vegan. So you can add it to water, mix it up. You can't even taste the water. It's so easy and effortless to add to your diet. If you just go to my Instagram profile, click on the link in my profile. I have all that info there. I can also include that link in today's show notes so you can easily access the glutamine powder. This is very important in rebuilding the gut lining. But again, it's also found in bone broth, which is, it's a great source of collagen and it supports the integrity of the gut lining. So, all that to say, I really hope this episode was insightful and helpful. Please share it with someone that you think would benefit from it. Share it with one person that comes to your mind right now. Save this episode. And if you haven't done so already, please do give this podcast a 5-star rating and review. It really does help the show. And we're doing giveaways. And so we're always looking at past reviews and picking someone if you do submit a review. So just be sure to include your Instagram handle within the body of the review, and that's how we will reach out to you. Thanks so much, guys, for your support, and see you next time. Thanks for listening to this episode of Digest This. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review in your podcast app to let us know. If you're ever wondering how you can support me and this podcast, sharing it with your friends and family is the best way. This is a Wellness Loud production produced by Drake Peterson and edited by Mike Fry. To check out more shows by my team, go to wellnessloud.com, and to email the show, message us at digestthispod@gmail.com. See you next time. The content of this show is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for individual medical and mental health advice and does not constitute a provider-patient relationship. As always, talk to your doctor or health team first.